south. Who do we find in the north there, Ed 80 Hertz?
They're facing off against Borsas for Oster and Artivik for OKW. Clan CB, not Cuddly Bears anymore, confirmed from last game. 1-1 tied up. Let's see how it goes.
Oh yes, this is Rails und Metall. This is the most famous 2 vs 2 map. Not based on maybe... yeah, the score's fine. It's 1-1. Not based on prestige anymore, because a lot of people are sick of it, because a lot of people try and say that it's Axis favoured and maybe the flanking opportunities aren't quite there. But one thing I know for certain is it does lend itself to excellent 2 vs 2 play, because it has that feeling of danger for the allied team. They need to do a lot of work to make it happen, but if they do that and they can go in a best of 5 series and take on that momentum, big things can happen and they can find themselves winning tournaments.
Uh-oh, Spaghetti already. Von Aston with a KV8 rush potentially. Radio intercept, and I don't know, I hardly ever see this option, but Scorched Earth policy that denies all resources if you plant those booby traps on it. Oh, this could be savage.
This could be excellent. It's not a commander we see very often after the revamp late last year, but it is one with incredible potential for excitement.
Yep, seeing some love towards this map already. Everybody kind of seems to hone in on Rails and Metals. They like it as a good solid 2v2 base map. Really does emphasize getting those early buildings control. So Isildur got it, nailed it. Company of buildings secure.
Oh yes.
And the UC as well. We saw from the Ghana expert.
We did. That Wasp was excellent at just denying the enemy any take in the south. Sniper is now in the field, as alluded to with the camera, and she is going to be looking to place down that heavy-duty manpower drain. We do know that Brostras is not fearful of going counter-sniper to the hard one. We did see that in game 1.
Yeah. Early VP caps on the Axis, but have been pushed off by that UC. Sniper out for Von Aston again. He loves this unit. It must be his calling card or something.
4 Grenadiers from Brostras. He hasn't seen the sniper quite yet. Oh, no, they have. She's taken her first shot. He's in the north. Going for a little bit of a flank here, I think. I think they are. That's clever by Brostras.
Briki from Oster.
Oh, yes. Will they be seen? Let's check on the fog of war. They've been seen now. Sniper stirs into action. And the game is up thanks to the combat engineer giving that line of sight. That is the beauty of fog of war and true sight mechanisms.
Nice micro as well from Von Aston there, just moving it in such a way that if he did have to do the hard retreat, it wouldn't go past all those funky units. Solid play there from Von
Clever. Now this opens up a manpower drain on Brostras, who's put himself forward. And the Penal Battalion, those SVT rifles doing some great work. We've got the common engineer with the Rock 9 flame for a pop at the perfect point in time.
For some reason he's hell-bent on decapping that Muni's backs out in the end. Saw the bleed incoming. And the Vickers upgrade, not the Wasp this time.
Oh, I'm surprised by that.
Yeah.
I thought it would be a Wasp.
Good at clearing out buildings with the Wasp, but probably just wants that suppression. Keep OKW and the Osteo troops in their
Meanwhile,
place.
the Tommies have occupied this house with the Vickers, but they've also pushed up and taken this one with the Tommies, just completely controlling that southern flank.
Trying to take a point from us.
Yep, the teams do swap factions each round, so this is advantage Brostras and Artivik, I'd say, with Axis on this map. But next game it will be Isildur and Von Aston as Axis.
Sniper line prone. Flanking away, Grenadiers about to be domed. Should be okay.
Nice big mortar board in just for that damage against buildings and garrisons. I like it from
Wehrmacht's mortar's great on Rails and Metal there, because it's such a narrow map. You've got such your range circles much more likely to capture some of these enemy combatants.
Also the use of smoke. I mean, we hear Dane go on about it all the time when somebody actually uses smoke on a border. He's the happiest guy in the world. But yeah, so it's got that potential as well to smoke out the MGs. Even smoke a sniper and scoot a little stern power at him. I've seen that used before.
Von Aston and Isildur have forgone getting any victory points. They've gone fully for the fuel point control where they can take it. Currently trying to wrestle Artivik away from the east, but they're struggling to do it without the sniper, so they're bringing her further south.
Good sniper play already, just solid. Annoying the hell out of OKW. Don't have the sniper counterpart. And no doctrine locked in yet for Artifix, so we could see other commanders other than special ops used. We don't know. Still there as a potential.
Oh, ideas. Trying to muscle away these Strafniki, who are the condemned and can fight for a lot longer than their compatriots.
Yeah, one fuel each, very balanced game at the moment.
Yeah, it is.
Good start here from Axis though on the VP lead. Nearly 80 VPs already in favour of them.
Ooh, having a pop in the centre. The Universal Carrier's already up to 4 kills. Just but as I say, that triple cap's done a lot of damage. They've lost 20% of their victory points already, nearly.
Axis OP on this map, eh?
Denying the ability to take the garrison with the barbed wire. We do have Isilda trying to stabilise in the southeast now.
Yeah, and I think as we transition to the 6-minute mark, you've got to be looking at those light vehicles, who goes for what. But instead we're seeing an MG from Artivic, no fast Lukes in the build. We'll have the fuel in a few seconds, but yeah, has opted for the MG first before Lukes. That's quite interesting.
It's a decent commander as well, Royal Engineers. Of course you get the vehicle crew repairs, but the AVRE in the late game is something you really do want. KV8s though, Commissar's anti-tank Overwatch, which of course, if you've got damaged engines, it can be really powerful, Ed. So yeah, it's not a bad commander. Depends how they use it, I guess. As with everything.
Pocket strap used. They didn't go for it in game 1, did they? So
no,
they've gone off of their normal meta of the ISG calling. Let's see how it works out.
6 kills on the UC. Doing very well for itself, and the Tommies.
Oh, that damage as well on the squad. He's going to change over to focus fire to the new. Yeah, nice suppression as well from the UC. Great play there, well held from the Seagull.
Sniper's getting her 7th kill now. There we go. Just had a mortar constantly harassing. Let's check out the mortar. Just doing a bit of damage here and there. T70's in the build for Von Aston. Meanwhile, Silda's content with what he has right now. He was attacking the ball player.
Yeah, I was like going to say.
Oh, he's made himself a green cover now.
Barbed wire has health points apparently.
Oh, Brosras with the sniper, so he's going for the hard counter that all elite players should go for, which is another sniper, well, one of your own in fact.
Yeah, the nerves are going to be on tenterhooks with that counter snipe player.
I mean, A's nerves as he tries to capture the counter snipe on camera.
It's harder for them or you, but Von Aston would have heard it, right? He would have had it on the radio intercept, so he's going to be super cautious now with his sniper.
Control 1, Control 2, we've got our camera angles in position, Ed. And the new meta has arisen.
Ooh, tough fight for the fuel up in the north there. Just about pushing those penals off.
Gunfire in the south as the Brits are doing a good job of controlling, but here comes the Puma. Just as a mine detonates, it must have been, giving damaged engine. Puma could finish the job. There you go.
It was his own mine as well. That was unfortunate. Puma overshot, hit the back of the mine, was enough to give the snare to the scene. Down it goes.
Mines win games, but on rare occasions they can lose them.
Yeah. Well, mine won the game for the Puma. Yeah, so I think Brosvas and Artivic not locking in their doctrines. It's a good move here. They haven't given it away. They haven't thrown infiltration nades so early on, so it's going to keep the allies guessing. They've locked in there straight away, so more pocket strats to come from Brosvas and Artivic, hopefully.
Very much, and waiting for any choice of commander from Brosvas and Artivic as well. We've got quite a few choices. Elephant would be juicy for the late game. We've got Stuka possibilities. We've got the Tiger Ace, which is sometimes an eventuality. And check out Artivic in a moment, because we've got a bit of an advance coming in from the Focus Grenadiers. Of course, we're no Spec Ops quite yet, so no infiltration nades.
Nice to see.
It is nice to see. It's a palette cleanser. Infiltration nade lobbed into the Vickers. forcing that away.
Good flank to Zinade, pushes off the Vickers. I don't think they're going to have enough HP. Yeah, they got to back up. Can't challenge up just yet. Puma though.
Oh, damaged engine. Those Brit mines are placed really well, I guess, there and there. But they detonate later. Nice shot from the 6-pounder. Is anything going to finish it off? The T-70 is going to take a shot from afar. Misses. Will it pursue? Yes, it will. There's also a Focus Grenadier spoiled for choice in these targets. Misses again. Needs to get it, Ed.
There's no Faust as well on the T-70. He could get that Volks on the road.
Oh.
Company of misses. Nope. He gets it. And probably the Puma as
Oh.
well.
Will he get it from behind? He's going for it. Game of cat and mouse.
AT gun setting up on the front of the Puma as well. No, hasn't followed it up.
Faust is a possibility now. Puma's wedged between two houses trying to protect himself.
This is an improvised defensive place.
It is. He gets it though. Does he? He's got enough health now. And now the Puma becomes the predator. But not before the T-70 can take him out. Grenadier does the same to the T-70. Nearly loses its life. What a battle that was.
I think hashtag worth. It's a bit more manpower lost for the OKW player, but same amount of fuel.
70 each, of course. We've got the... Meanwhile, Brosras has taken the opportunity in the confusion to push his Wehrmacht sniper up. We've got Von Asten sniper as on the western flank at the moment. And we could have a sniper war erupting as well. Excitement in this game 3.
Yeah, much more closer. Look at the VP controlled as well. Very close. Both light vehicles have gone down. Big game changes. So next up, the medium vehicles. We'll see how that turns out, because I think Von Asten's going to save for that Big Papa Flame and KV-8, and that is just a Hulk to bring down with weapon crews. Kills them so quickly.
Oh, it certainly can. It's just tanks damage as well. It's in the name, the Clement Virashilov tank.
I'm excited that this is close.
It is.
We're poised at 1-1, but this could be a contender for an ace game today.
It's a difference maker, especially if the Allies win it. You know, could be the beginning of the end if Allies win on this map. Oh, the Centaur's building for Isildur, so he wants increased anti-infantry capabilities, prioritising that. He thinks his 6-pounder's doing enough for him at the moment. Wehrmacht sniper still has opened up, of course.
Yeah.
And
one's on Horfire. Both are on Horfire.
oh yeah, they're getting awfully
One's
close
13
now.
Kills. Woo.
Oh,
So,
just
gymnastics.
we do have a bit of green cover now. You need to follow my cursor to see his possibilities. We have this crater hop here. He could push in, but of course with the pyrotechnics on display from the Tommy section, we're not going to see anything like that. But this will create more opportunities for sniper to push forward, if anything, Ed.
Yeah.
With the craters. Look at the yellow cover.
Yeah, good point. More yellow cover, more invisibility for the snipers. But I think the Mortar's going to get a GG round on that sniper.
You think? Is that your prediction?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's in a very sneaky place, but no, doesn't. Neither of them know where the other sniper is.
Germans filling onto the battlefield on force. Here we go. Soviet snipers pushing up. Oh my god. Getting very close and personal now. Is this be an uncloak? Yes, it is an uncloak just on the cusp of the range. But Von Asten did not see it. He wouldn't have had vision, I guess. Of course. Oh, this could be cheeky from the...
Von Ivans's shot, maybe? No. Gren gets away.
Check out the only other engagement I can see right now is that we've got this Vickers protecting the southern flank. A mortar constantly causing damage. Climbed to 7 kills, not to be sniffed at, Ed.
No. And if I do say Von Ivan's shot, I do mean that, even though Von Ast is shooting it, because Von Ivan's probably the luckiest man alive with this.
I see.
This
Well
just...
covered for yourself there, Ed. Very good. The first Grenadiers did get suppressed, or at least one of them did, then he body blocked his mate. Did you see that? Oh, double mines detonated! I have to say, Isildur's mine usage has been good. He's been taking advantage of that superior control in the south to plant as many mines as humanly possible. Sometimes, obviously, detonating his own vehicles, but other times doing the work.
That's a good point. Look at the munis of Rosfast and Von Asten. They haven't put down many mines. Floating a lot of munis in the early game. Isildur's completely the other line of force.
Centaur opening up with that element of surprise and that superior DPS.
Tommy's Centaur we've seen this series as well.
Oh, Tommy's at max ready to take out this Volksgrenadier. Here comes the Akak as well. But we've got Volksgrenadier and Rakettenwerfer for support. Doesn't matter though, because the M2 flamethrowers are down, but still does Royal Engineers.
With the ACAC and the later KV8 flame tank, it's going to spell horrible news for support weapons on the Axis side.
Really is. But Panzer IV in the centre has just popped the pintle man, so superior anti-infantry capabilities now.
How are the snipers looking, just to make sure?
Still
on hold fire.
They're nowhere near each other, Ed. I just made it look that way.
Frustration gaming, both of them miles apart, just not even shooting.
Oh, nice there. Not bad at all. It's so tempting to finish the job with a sniper. But they have actually gotten a little bit closer now, so we have to watch out for that.
I think the shed is blocking their line of vision on each other.
Tommies quite far forward there. I don't think we need to look at that for a while. The ACAC is going to town in the east. Oh, they're so close. They don't know it. Just any mistake and they're screwed. The Ziscun currently doing damage to the mortar. It's so tempting for the sniper to take a shot perhaps to finish the job. P4 pushing in, just overseeing. And with Von Asten's gotten out of dodge because he can feel that the Axis forces are on the offensive there, Ed.
Yeah, and look at the VP control now, really swinging in favour of the Allies on a hard map to cap the mid-VP on. It's good to get an early lead up, which they have now. Penals doing their thing. PTRS lead out of their minds.
Oh, Raketenwerf is on sneaky duties. 1, 2. No, he cancelled. He knew he couldn't get both shots off, and what's the point in getting one off, you know?
Yeah.
To have any chance of killing, you need both to hit.
Yeah, good restraint, something I have nothing of when playing CoH2, but he knew it wasn't on, so...
I'd be like, I hit him with my gun! Yay!
Keep the surprise alive with those double impacts.
This is all about the strength of depth of knowledge in the Company Heroes community. It's all about tactical decision making like this, using now the flares to allow him to intrude further. Of course.
Sad face for me, Command Panther used again, but you know, it's the meta, a lot of money's on the line, so you know, everyone's got to use it really, I guess, for the at the moment. Brosas though still hasn't decided. Could get the Big Papa Elephant or a Tiger Ace, which would be fun to look out for later game.
Certainly will. Let's go on sniper spotting duties. Oh, they're both dead, Ed.
Oh well. Society wins. No one likes snipers anymore.
Yeah, it's so true. After years of casting, there's like two parts of everybody with sniper wars. One, they're exciting. Two, they're tedious.
You can come out now, Orange Fest, and say the snipers are dead.
I think we were justified in watching this Southern engagement for a while.
Yeah, that's a good push. Gotta go for that fuel, but VPs again. Allied hype. On an Axis favourite map, apparently? Axis OP?
Maybe.
Even otherwise.
Oh, Raketenwerf is getting brutalised from the rear flank there. First grenade is push into the garrison. It's a very healthy building to occupy. No trouble there, but the Sentinel has great damage against buildings. You need to be careful. Lots of them want to do cool combats. Of course, no damage done now, Ed. Of course, I'm just stupid, obviously. In the centre, by the way, we've got the Panzer IV watching on, hitting the shrubbery there.
Double engineers sharing the same sandbag. That could get. Yeah, it's been destroyed. No, they were hella clumped though. That P4.
They really were. They really were. Elsewhere, if you're wondering why this isn't being pushed, we've got the Penal Battalion, the MG, and the AT gun waiting. So Von Asten's got a good third of his forces just protecting that victory point. In the southeast, similar position for Isildur. He's got a lot of his forces, well, nearly his entire army protecting there, and currently allowing them to cap the central point. Brosras and Artivik must be repairing a lot of their units. If we check out their activity, yeah, he's got a lot of his army in base. Yep. These pioneers currently doing duty as repair units. And that means, of course, that we now got a triple cap against the Northern Axis combatants. And those victory points will slip away very quickly indeed.
Yep, and Von Asten, you just look at the next power surge now for the Allies. Is danger close to that crazy artillery ability that just obliterates every armour if it gets snared within its area blast, and he's got that, and also got a Katusha coming along.
Oh yeah, Stalin's organ. I mean, the Stalin organ.
We
Is
saw
on its
how
way.
good it was in Series 1 against Hans and Isidore, so let's see if you can duplicate that performance.
Panzer 4. Oh, whiffs a shot thanks to the elevation helping out. Grenades thrown. That was A's elite 1v1 micro there, Ed. Oh, grenade!
1 APM.
But it was a good one.
Yeah.
Nice shot by the Raketenwerfer. A second good one. Isilda reacts with a furious flurry of movement. Tank rolling on. Panzer 4 from the north.
Can't really put my finger on what has been going wrong for the Axis. I think they've been playing well, but just can't seem to hold any territory with the VPs.
I just think the support weapon play has been unmitigated right now.
Yeah.
With the AT guns and the machine guns overlapping, they've been able to just stop any advance from the Axis working, and we have not seen the Stukas of from Artovic. In fact, he went. Oh, they did have a mechanized. So why didn't he build it?
No, I think he fears. He's very, very close to the Command Panther. I think he fears for the AT and just wants to get that straight onto the field as soon as he can.
The Soldier and the yeah, we have had the Centaur in fairness, so I can understand that. But the Stukas seems elemental to Axis success in this tournament so far.
Yep. Yeah, no indirect on rails and metals and nice now and that. Yeah, it's a big sacrifice, but Artivic's got the Command Panther now, so he can later save up for that stupid. Use the AE gods, but then squad wipes.
Oh, Katusha's ready. He's waiting for an engagement, Ed. He's not going to just use it randomly. He's going to be patient.
Yeah. First strike is the best one, the Alpha strike, because your opponents don't know it's on the field. You can have the most impact. 22 minutes, but a lot of VPs of the way of the Allies.
Oh, Raketenwerfers are pushed up. Firefly's exposed. Tommies are trying to get rid of it. Also got the Panther pushing in. What an attack by Artovic. He does lose one Raketenwerfer. Will he lose them both? Certainly gets away with the Panther.
Got the anti-tank, but they don't seem to have enough anti-infantry. Desperately need that stupid like you mentioned.
When you're doing Raketen pushes like that, they do lose a Raketenwerfer, so there's a bit of anti-tank.
Yep. Nice flank from the Volks. Oh, dirty nades, but no avail. Double P4 together. Good stuff from Vossas. Oh, a bit of a squishy Garanga going on.
Oh yes, and here comes the 6-pounder with a good shot from the flanks. We got to the M2 flamethrower pushing north. This machine gun needs to evacuate. Oh, that could be a wide. No, he got out of there in time.
One more flame lick and they suddenly go from
it could have been
4
anything.
to 0. Yeah.
That flame point damage is a strange beast. It's like it can literally go from all 4 members existing to non-existence. Good mine placements again. Also using both squads to plant uber quickly so they don't get spotted whilst planting.
And to plant them even quicker, I think a 5-man upgrade actually helps out.
Does it really? It did go down super quick.
Yeah, on the mining time, so perfect play there from Isidore. He's got no munitions, he's just constantly using what he's got. Great use of mines and minions.
Well, I think Isildo's been the foundation and the bedrock of this team effort so far because he's just kept these 2 points for the majority of the game and just been steady as you expect Brits to be. Von Aston's been a bit more fluid and the action in the north therefore has been a bit more to and fro, ebb and flow, back and forth, here and so.
Hey, laying it down.
I'm trying. This Katusha has still done nothing, but maybe it's waiting. It could have done something there, surely. Oh, Panthers loving his duty. Ooh. Big boy.
But your Stuka's entered the field. Might see his first strike. See what it can. Oh no, his has changed.
What is it with this rocket artillery pacifism? They just agreed to not use it.
I'm a bit scared of just getting dove by these P4s or...
Stuka's going to be the first to go, it seems. Let's get in an angle with it. Let's follow these rockets. Oh, here it comes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And Tommy's a very lucky.
Angled in a strange way, considering infantry can't run over chain carriages, but yeah, at least gets the AT guns.
Maybe he just doesn't like trains. Tommy takes the MG. That is a Vickers back into British hands. Meanwhile, by the way, we've got a good flank from the Fox Grenadiers. They decide and elect to jump into the arc of fire, throw the grenade, and are able to cut the point regardless.
Bold strategy, pardon. But yeah,
Got a reconnaissance overflight here. Katusha's firing. Where's the intended target? It's in the west. Just a
a
reconnaissance.
whole lot of nothing, just making more orange cover for all the players. But I think another Volks Grenadier is needed for Artifact or some just more infantry presence. We saw in Issidor's, Scotch and Nagano's game, we always had 4 Volks present.
He
Do
did,
you believe
yeah.
you need that amount for this?
I mean,
this map?
in fairness to him, he has just capped the fuel point. Wasn't able to complete the cap on the victory point, however, thanks to lack of support. Well, what have we got? Isildur's building and Sherman Firefly. Nice grenade usage there. And the Panzer IV may finish the job here. This could be big.
Weird, synchronized swimming with those Gren's rifle nades. Made the difference there. 280 guns through that.
If people are wondering what that red numbers are, big thanks to Yan252, who finally got rid of the AT gun bug. And the only way you can do it is you give a death timer every time they get decrewed. Well, before that was like a 1 in 50 chance of it becoming invincible. So thanks to him.
The glorious bugs. This is changed many a game. Here we go. Stolen's is though for Bosvas. Gets his LMG Gwens out of there too. Solid play from the Axis. We see another comeback from the beast in the east.
Oh, we could indeed. That'd be 2 in a row. Wouldn't be too shabby. M2 Flamethrower this time. Well, expertly dodged by Otovik. He had his attention on that engagement. Mortars just hit these Tommies. Woohoo! Good job they got out of there.
And retreating units somehow all want to just hold hands. They
They
clump
do.
up together when they retreat, so that border could have been a GG shot.
Nice infiltration grenade there. Absolutely demolishing him. I think that may have been an alpha grenade. No, it's just the one. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Only 15p from Tesco's.
Well, 3 Volks proving me wrong. Just getting a pick up there. If you use them all within the same clump, they can still do damage. So, yeah. Oh, he opted for another Stukas. That's what he was saving his manpower for Arctic.
The Stukas. Oh, what a first shot! Second shot, not too bad either. You can
like Spice Girls, the Mascara there, the infantry just all went down right on the same spot.
for those new players that want to know how to do that. The second chevron on the Stukas of Fus firing arc is where the first rocket will land, so you can actually aim it. It is a bit fiddly, but it's possible.
Wow, 2,000 hours of Go2 and I didn't know that. Thanks,
No problemo. L2P. Good aggression by Otovik in the south. Nice comeback so far. 133 victory points remaining. SU-85 is only a baby at the moment, but it can grow into an absolute beast of a unit. 6 kills on Von Asten's new sniper. Maybe we'll see the death of this one. We're not able to track the double sniper death earlier in the game.
And Big Papa Elephant called in for Bosas.
Oh, here he comes, the big boy of the battlefield, making his way, surveying. And
Just shows you the elevation of that line. It's like, whoa.
it's huge.
I never really noticed that.
It's pretty. That's why the OKW can put a lot of their trucks here,
Yeah.
because the rocket artillery goes over squiffs. Ooh, nice first shot there.
Takes out
Was that never?
I think 18 comes.
That was the sniper.
Oh!
That was the sniper. He
No
took out the
way did
sniper.
Elephant just sniper. No way! Oh my! Announces himself on the field.
Well, he had spotting scopes. I said he was surveying the battlefield.
I couldn't believe it.
No, I was lost for words. I was like, never.
Imagine an elephant shot.
His first shot was to kill the sniper. That is unheard of.
Well, Bosas and Artivik are full of tricks this tournament already. Swapping tanks around as allies, sniping snipers with an elephant. What next?
I just couldn't believe that. I was lost for words.
I thought it was like a model of an AT gun or something, but
Well, I was like,
use a
never.
sniper
I
like
didn't want to say it in case it was wrong. I was like, what?
Von Aston will be very triggered after that, but he's got to keep his head in the game here.
Oh, good push here. One more Panzer IV shot could take out the Centaur. Here it comes. Misses. No, it was a bounce. He could now turn his attention onto the Katusha should he get past the first object.
No, miss.
Turret traverse of the Firefly. Can't acquire the target quite yet. Katusha makes his way out of there.
Could have blitzed past and just gone suicidal for the Katusha.
Could have done. Meanwhile, he may actually lose his life now. Yes, he will. Thanks to the Firefly, it's an abandoned vehicle. Gets finished off by his own elephant, who's just pissed off. Yeah. These amateurs.
Bit of a ballsy play though from Borsas. P4 for nothing really in the end. If you've committed that hard, you have to take something down with you. Especially when the stakes are this high in these two games.
I'll tell you what, Firefly's in peril. Don't forget there's this mine he could run over. It's his own mine. Firefly's gone forward to try and duke the Rakettenwerfer into going the right way, but he does not, and that's burning up and detonated. Roman candle time.
Rare mistake from Misseldor to have a Firefly that far forward.
Look at the battle line as well. It's a north-south divide on Rails and Mel. It's usually west-east.
Tilting a bit potentially with Von Asten after losing a sniper and then Isildur losing Firefly. Rebuild the sniper though. Round 2. Sniper versus Elephant continues. Ding ding!
Yeah. No, probably not got his poaching license, but he's out for vengeance. It's like those famous, like those old films where there's like a British guy whose father was killed by an elephant. His name was Muhambo. I will avenge you, father!
Just the Brit sniper that just makes me think of the guy from Jumanji, you know?
Yeah.
The gun is like longer than our bodies. Needs one of them to bring down the elephant. But yeah, this is looking good for Axis.
Look
they just creeped and creeped their way back into this game.
Yes, sniper.
Let's do it again for it. Cheeky.
He did in fact attack the Grenadier there, not the elephant, I can confirm. Ooh, nice barrage there.
Would he randomly get the sniper on retreat? No.
Could have done, that would have been really unlucky.
Oh.
If you retreat past into that 6th rocket, could you imagine?
I think that's PC out the window moment. That's still that, but double sniper going down to random things. But yeah, this has totally swung the game. We've got a real hard game on our hands for Isildur and Von Asten now suddenly. They've got the VPs as a cushion for timing, but Von Asten's doctrine choice, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I just saw Von Ivan say that in chat. Yeah, it does feel like a clanger. You don't really want to go non-meta in a tournament if you can help it. We're having rocket artillery tennis over here. Probably had loads of repairing stuff, I imagine, die there.
Get that non-meta regret where you think, what would an IS-2 be doing right now?
Oh, I just imagine the IL-2 sweeping over the battlefield, but I'm left with whatever this is.
Commoners are not even used.
They're good units, actually. They have loads of cool abilities.
Yeah.
I can't remember them right now, but they're cool.
Yeah, you can buff your fellow troops. I think force a retreat path, maybe.
Yeah.
And they throw grenades, so pretty useful.
Probably some kind of artillery as well, a veterancy probably.
Yeah. But I don't know, like, pick this commander, haven't seen the KV-8.
Elephant.
He'd be suicide now versus the elephant, but
4 infantry kills, I didn't know his profile. Stuka.
His guns are safe. 200 munis from Process. Flash in the cash.
Do you know what, Ed? Thanks to my years of playing free-for-all in FPS games, I'm really good at echolocating where something's going to land.
Yeah,
You know,
I
I used to listen to footsteps.
Oh, yeah,
I was what they called a sound whore. All I did is like listen for everybody. I used to have a really expensive headset, and I used to like listen for it. And you can hear where the artillery's going to land. You can like if you just fiddle your mouse a little bit, you can kind of figure it out.
Yeah.
I see the Matrix numbers
I
come
wonder
down.
If the players have the same battery as you have.
Oh no, they're not as good as me. Lies.
One place where you jump.
Helping Hands is excellent at it. I've said that in his series. He can always hear where something is.
Yeah, it's one of those little things. Never even thought about it. But Triple Cat now back for allies.
Elephant is a sniper of his own. Let's keep an eye, by the way, on Von Asten's sniper. Just only got the 5 kills so far, trying to battle back. And they have done that, Ed.
Yeah.
Oh, going for the repairing Stern Pioneers. Well, they're not repairing anymore, they're running away. Could have been worse.
Getting low on VPs though, this is danger close for Axis. CB clan, they got a hold in there. Get another Volkswagen. He's got 700 manpower. What is he doing? Is he just going for that auto rebuy if he loses his command tag? I don't know. But I would like to see more infantry from Artevik to shore up these VP caps and defense.
Sniper claiming his 7th no smoke, helping out a little bit, allowing the LMG Grenadiers to get really close. They go prone, they could not get the DPS off, and that would have been a kill had they committed, in my opinion.
Sometimes just like a Terminator style burst.
I know what it was. It was the cloak kicked in for a millisecond and that knocked them off. So you got the aim to fire of the LMG. It's like 0.6 seconds, I believe, something like that. So if you have to do it more than once, yeah, you're stuffed.
We'll probably watch this sniper more than the other two combined because it's actually doing work. It's firing all the time.
Oh! That could have been worse for the sniper. Oh, we've had a fatality. We have a confirmed fatality for Isildur. He's lost a thing. Oh no, they're Germans.
The Volks went down.
They're Volks Grenadiers, yeah?
Yeah, you got the XP numbers.
Oh, they're Isildur's yellow XP numbers. You're clever, Ed. I don't know what chat's saying about you. They're not right.
On any given day. Broken clocks, like
Every
twice.
dog has his day and all that. Oh, sniper's going for the elephant. No, he kills the MG. You need to target the elephant. Come on. We're having a Rostvin built, spicy. We're having the T-3476 push forward with a little bit of British artillery support. AVRE deletion time.
Splattered the previous Volk. Can it get a second Volk wipe?
That must have done it. You're right. You are right, Ed.
Burn, baby, burn on the way back, but the Volks make it out.
Nice. Oh, almost a squad fatality. Could indeed be that with an STG. We've also got an engagement. We saw that dive. We've got an engagement in the centre. There's so much going on in this battle now, Ed. We're going to have to pick up our game if we want to catch it all. It's like Ask Ketchum, you know, there's a lot of things to capture out there.
Well, you can't spell Oswin without win. And this Oswin's going to hold the mid VP like a boss. We see Oversedan for the first time in this series and last weekend.
Oh, Elephant pushes forward. 76 tries to make its way around the rear. Oswins get taken out by the Zisgun. Su-85 versus its bigger, more German and ferocious cousin. The Elephant getting taken out with ease.
Elephant MVP, don't back off, go in.
Oh, Su-85's hit Veterancy 2. What is he doing? Meanwhile, we've got Katusha rounds coming in all sorts. No! No! That is anti-tank Overwatch! This is the ability Von Asten was using! Could be Elephant down, perhaps. Somehow escaping with its life. Su-85 trying to do the same, but the Panthers coming for it.
Brilliant teamwork there from Bostas and Artevik. Showing their skills there. Just about Elephant got out of there. I think one more bomb and it was gone.
Oh, he's now going in for the Katusha. He's going full.
I like this. He's got so much fuel, he could insta-buy a new one if he gets the manpower. But if he goes in for another dive, like his teammate did with the P4, and comes out with nothing, yeah, he's backing out. He's backing out.
Yes, look at this fuel as well. He's getting the fuel back instantly. Artevik's already got enough of it. Destroying the weapons is his teammates, Brosras. A nice foray into battle there. Isildur's holding the line in the east with a lot of anti-infantry presence, and Rakettenwerfer are backing them up, but arguably not quite enough should they be targeted.
East is a very scary place for Axis, so they've just gone and ignored it. Just got mid and left VP, that's all they need.
By the way, the Elephant is getting repaired by these Vet 1 Pioneers, so it's going to take a while. Both Stukas and Fushas are ready to go should they need them. Meanwhile, new Osvin pushed in against an AVRE as the Foch Grenadiers are killed by that tree, I believe. Or something like that.
They didn't stand a chance. And another thing with the AVRE, it can reload whilst moving. So much better than the Stern type counterpart. So he'll be ready to go in about 30 seconds again to wipe.
Mortars doing work, both veterans C3, giving a good rate of fire.
This is where Brosas could do really well to get a bunker down in the mid. Just get that NG and bunker presence.
Because the boost on the obvious target, but misses. AVRE is not ready to fire yet. There's another 10 seconds on the Petard mortar, the Spigot rounds. I used to know it in Co1. They changed the name for some reason.
Red 3. Safe. 0.5 HP on flame engineers, but they make it out. That's crucial because you need them.
Oh, Katusha nearly countered by the Stukas. It was so close, but misses. Just miscalculated there. by Artovic. Meanwhile, Istilda's pushing himself into the central circle. Osfin's rushing in. We've got the Elephant back in action, causing all kinds of problems. The AVR Reach has a bad retreat there. Osfin taken out of control. Meanwhile, we've got Obersoldat crawling forward. 75 points remain for the Axis forces of the North.
Double Obers, I'm liking it. ICAP gaming style. It's a really good strat against good bomb sections late game. Nice cheeky rifle nade there, little pump action. Oh, popped out suppression. Hello.
Before that rifle nade hit, they only suffered a little bit of suppression, and suppression it accumulates. You can often see that units can be kept under suppression if you just fire rifles at them, because you know rifles have like a millibit of suppression. So it's almost like you have a meter and it fills up, which makes you suppress, but then that meter can be kept. So if you only enter suppression,
like a light switch there.
Exactly. Well, if you only enter suppression for like a millisecond, there's not much of it. You can pop out very quickly sometimes.
This could be GG for that. ACAP tank Vet 2 be shaped.
Oh, it is.
There we go.
Axis forcing their way forwards on 72 victory points only. Elephant very dominant on the battlefield. Just that rumble of that Porsche engine.
This is just rubbing it in now. Elephant going in for the... What's it called?
Oh,
okay. Had the Firefly in mind. Oh.
Certainly did. He's
very far forward though. If it gets snared up.
That too. Improved mobility can now go as fast as 2 glaciers.
Look at the army values for Bosas and Artovic. 84 and 85 apiece. Von Aston lagging behind with only 60 now. Getting into that real late game.
Yeah, Von Aston has a lot of fuel to utilise as well, and I think his army composition, I don't know how he's not been able to do it, but obviously Soviets do bleed a lot, with their infantry being a little bit squishier at times.
Just shows you what that Elephant game changer has done,
It's been fantastic.
Yeah.
Dominated the centre of the battlefield.
And unfortunately couldn't get to it in the previous series. It just shows what could have been if we did. But LMG Gren's wading through this barrage. No poops given.
None at all.
Skill planes saved the day, push back infantry. And Double Stuka's been a bit quiet, not seen much veterancy on him.
No,
so
we have not. It's not really been.
They proved me wrong, trying to
This guy.
fire off some rounds there.
Yeah,
21 kills, not bad
too
on that
shabby.
one.
No, I think that was where you can see the smoke. He just did some stuff.
Oh no, the overs. Ooh, they get out good retreat there.
Engagement.
Isildur's has been baited in by this AVRE.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I think he saw Kimbo do really well with it against him and Von Aston last time. Maybe, I don't know. But
I think
PTSD
AVREs are all
tried to use it for themselves.
AVREs are all about the element of surprise. He should be operating behind this building at IMO. He'd have a better chance of catching people off guard. This is the reconnaissance overflight, allowing them to pick their next move. Both players now down, well, both teams rather, now down to double-digit figures. Vet 3 Combat Engineer is wisely retreating. Ober's trying to target him. We've got a stolen Zisgun trying to force away the Su-85. Obers make their way into the central capping circle. This is a triple cap, Ed. Yep. You now see an equalisation of victory points very shortly indeed. Stuka's at this angle. Let's watch out for its target.
Look at the combined play as well. The AT guns coming up, supporting his teammates' infantry pushes. Combined pushes.
Saw a squad wipe over here, the AVRE.
Only 1 Volk left. Seems yeah, he's got more overs than Volks.
Oh, Elephant versus rear arm. We've got a stunned Churchill. Oh, look at that damage. Meanwhile, though, nice Rakettenwerfer shot. And again with the anti-tank overwatch. Oh, dear.
Bad news for Elephant. Big Papa boy, Benson.
No, big boy. Reverse. Main gun destroyed. And Rakettenwerfer, insult to injury, taken out by the Rakettenwerfers. No. Stolen in Isildur's hands. Is this the comeback of all comebacks? 63 to 72 victory points. Big Katusha rounds go in as the Grenadiers brave it out from behind green cover, watching over behind the superstructure.
A lot of action going down here. It's getting a bit crazy. You can't brain AFK your squads now and get them wiped. These LMG guns have been doing work though. Both Vet 3 hold in the mid.
This is the brutality of Company of Heroes. You do all that work to get yourself to 44 minutes, 50 seconds into a fantastic game against fellow top-tier players, and then Ed, you have to find something deep within yourself, within your resolve, within your very fabric of being, to get yourself over the finish line. You're exhausted, you're mentally fatigued, and you need to do it. And this is the time where we see who the real big boys are.
I think the resolve comes with just fire enough Stuka rounds at him and hope your enemy's morale breaks first, because this is going right to the wire, this game. What a comeback from Allies to take down that elephant. And we were asking, it was a bit suspect, we thought, the choice of Doctrine from Van Asten, but really proved its worth there.
Victory point battle now. The rules are overturned. All the units reverse their roles. Tanks suddenly become worthless, and infantry and MGs suddenly become uber powerful yet again. And strange dynamic there. Vet 3 combat engineers trying to keep the central victory point for as long as they can. We've got an attack in the southeast as Obers watch on, but they're obliterated by the AVRE. Panther comes in for a measure of vengeance, not before the Royal Engineers can make it to the southern victory point. It's all boiling over, Ed. Meanwhile, in the centre, with 40 victory points remain, Allies are under attack.
Man Panther's got to go down. He's got to go in. Yeah, he's finished off the AVRE. That white machine is silenced for now. Gap in the VP. Oh, it's going to be tough. Where's that bundle harder grenade from the Obers?
Jagdpanzer and Panther versus Firefly, but the Rakettenwerfers tag in for him. Penal Battalion's now down low on health. They got the Zisgun, Zisgun tennis with the stolen Zisgun. Nice blip, Brit Blob over here taking control. If you're wondering what's not happening in the north, it's because we've got the Schwer and the machine gun watching over that avenue of play.
1 MG to hold them all. That very often happens in 2v2 games. You never go even try the left flank. You're just like, oh, there's 5,000 Panzer divisions there, but it's only 1 MG. They could swap it.
Katusha heralds an assault for the Allies. Stalins.
MG pushback, mortar not looking too good. All the support weapons of Axis. Anemic at the moment.
Oh, Rakettenwerfers find the Command Panther. Just as Stukas tries to save the game for the Axis, they all 72 victories, they can drop quickly. Only losing 1 model and a bit of health to the Tommy, still carrying on their capping mission. Again, we've got the anti-tank Overwatch. This is what Van Asten chose this non-meta commander for. He took out the elephant with it. Will he now take out the Command Panther? Stun grenade tries to get away. But the victory points are uber important, Ed.
Yeah, why am I seeing double McKinnon for Brits?
And
what is going on?
Axis.
But yeah, very good play there from Isildur, just stalling up that Command Panther, damaging it. Vet 4 Sternfire, they're going to be fixing it in no time.
Anti-tank Overwatch missing its target. They're not being static for too long. Damaging the engine as Van Asten previously to get the kill. And here comes the Jagd. Panzer trying to seal the deal by pushing away this SU-85. It's going to get taken out. Bounces that first shot. Will it bounce a second? I don't think so. Oh, misses.
Can't miss this one. There we go. Finally picks it up. It's gone deep, but it was good enough.
Ed, the miraculous has happened. They were able to neutralise that victory point in the north. In the centre, Tommies are braving it against this machine gun, keeping their victory points to 15. Victory point count low against 62. They need some big wins here. A lot's happening. MG continues to cap thanks to pushing the Tommy out of the circle. Meanwhile, this brave Vickers machine gun is taken out. And as this victory point ticks down, Isildur and Van Asten, the highest seeded players, are about to lose game 3.
Yeah, this is the push, I think. JP4's had enough. He's pointing the wrong way. He's gone full Italian on this. But yeah, there we go. 13 VPs, and I think it's going to become a triple cap. Good dodge from the Katusha, not even risking it. A nice composed play from the Axis to see out this game, it seems.
Penal Battalion's been able to decrew this Maxim. He's got 10 victory points remaining. Meanwhile, he's trying to push forward with Rakettenwerfer with anything they have. Katusha's, 2 of them weren't able to decrew the Sturm Pioneer. Anything it takes, but the Sturm Gewehrs are able to demolish them. And the Stukas of Fus in the north. Ouch!
Oh, why didn't they kiss him? T-34 even takes some hefty damage. Vet 2, I don't know how a Stuka has half HP, but it does. It doesn't matter. GG.
GG.
This is the 2 vs 2 Masters Cup.
Wow, what a game 3 that was.
Yeah. Comeback times for these kings, Brosfast and Arctic. They've done it twice now in a row where we've both thought, well, they missed their timing window, or this AVRE's wiping everything. But they didn't give up, and resolve of champs, and they've come back strong. 2-1 to the Russians.
Absolutely, and big shout out to White Flash Reborn in chat. If you guys want to help make the next best maps in the game, I want you to head to this thread in chat where his maps Nexus and Alliance of Defiance need working on to hone them and get them ready for future big events we're most likely going to be having. So yeah, just a big shout out to him. But let's talk more about this game.
Yeah.
And let's talk about the stats. I mean, in terms of KD damage dealt, shows a very fair and even game. Everybody pulled their weight in that one. Obviously, Von Asten with the Soviet KD, but in terms of damage, he was certainly holding his own.
That's my kind of KD. Top of Von Asten there. He had a tough game. I mean, you do not expect your sniper to get one-shotted from an Elephantitis, but you know, this is CoH2. Things happen, he rebuilt the sniper, but it just didn't seem to have much infantry presence on the rest of the field. And we mentioned the left flank was rather untouched for quite a while. Yes, there was a Schwerpanzer way behind it, but I don't think it was in range of the VP.
I mean, Von Asten's best unit was the Ziscon with a hell of a lot of damage. He played very well with them. Isilda, infantry sections with Brits. Brits are always infantry sections. But the team killer, friendly fire dealt there. Artivik, the Panther, the Stuka, the Stern Pioneers.
Destroyed 2 buildings. Who knows what they were. But shout out to Brosfast. He held that mid with his Grens and an MG for a long time.
Look at that elephant. I know it died, but counter sniper unit. That was such a crazy moment. We were in disbelief.
The full set of cards played by Oster. I mean, everyone's been. I've been reading the chat intermittently and saying, oh, you know, Oster are weak, Oster are bad, but this is their strength when you get super late game. Call in a big boy elephant and back it up with Panthers or P4s, and yeah. Great play. It was Artivik just Stuka in all day long, providing the indirect, whilst Brosfast got the job done with the anti-tank.
Certainly. And in terms of points held, if we look at the two 1v1s, if you will, Von Asten, of course, doing excellently on his side of the map until